if you're up 10 or 14 or down 6 or 10. I mean, you can't let somebody run on you like that. That's still got to get better. And they did make some plays as the game went on to get some stops. But I just thought that flipped the game around. And nothing more demoralizing than marching down the field, physically dominating somebody the way they did and not getting any points and turn it over. Not even kick a field goal. A field goal would have been demoralizing the way they're running. And they're getting ready to go in. I don't know if he scores on that play or not. It was at the other end of the field, but it was real close on whether he was going to punch it in. But probably we weren't going to stop him on every snap. We hadn't stopped him at all on that first drive. So just a huge play and really changed things a little bit in that game. So it was a lot of crazy stuff in the game last night, from Tyreek getting hurt, Darren Waller. Nobody saw that coming, how good he looked. And I mean, he looked quick. He got fresh legs. I get it. But, you don't know when a guy hadn't played that long and all he's done is practice, and now he's in a friggin' game where they're tackling you.
Well, that first catch he made was insane, too. I mean,
Up high.
And he got the second foot down, which I watched, in real, time, and it looked like he wasn't going to get that foot down. And he tapped that thing, man. Well, it was pretty impressive.
I have a guy, and the guys were talking about it last night. It's a great point to have a guy 6'6" with all the smaller receivers to be able to throw it up in the back of the end zone. And if you're thinking of areas where you throw it up, it's the back of the end zone. My guys are going to catch it, or nobody's going to catch it.
Kind of a cool story, though, man. I think you and I both were Odell'd, and we just we were damaged from what happened last year with kind of grabbing a guy off the couch. But this was a cool story last night.
Well, listen, and it wasn't just us. I mean,
no, it was no one expected this.
Mike McDaniel literally was frustrated. You could tell. He said, "Well, he's got a hip problem a little bit." So
he did say he may play, he may not. We may have to. You're right. It's exactly what he said.
And you're like, "Oh my God, this is." He's on the 53, and then last night he earned his money. A couple of touchdowns, 3 catches, 27 yards.
Speaking of earning their money, we'll find out how good Mike McDaniel is now that he lost his top guy.
Yeah, so that's listen, we'll get into all that stuff, and we got plenty of time to talk about. Some people are going to try to downplay Tyreek Hill. Don't downplay it. He is 10 100-meter guys that are true number one receivers on the outside don't grow on trees. There's a reason you pay those guys a lot of money, and he's no different. I've said nobody enjoys being on a football field and playing more than he did. Last night, he got the team going. He got, again, all short catches, but
he's your best player. You don't have to sell anyone on. He's clearly your best player on offense outside of maybe Achane. Yeah, but I mean, Tyreek's a special player. The problem now, Joe, is that injury is so significant. Who knows how he comes back, if he comes back at all from this thing. Being a speed guy, that's not an easy one to come back from.
He's got some serious. By the way, after going off the field last night, for most guys in pain and realize how serious it was, and he's cheering the crowd.
Some player, I forgot who it was, had tweeted out that Tyreek, because I don't know if you saw, Tyreek was on his phone as he was getting wheeled out there, and I guess he had told one of the guys that the reason he was doing all that, the smiling and the clapping, was to keep from passing out.
Yeah.
Said he was in so much pain.
Well, they knew right away, man, when they were waving for somebody looked at it right away and said, "Oh boy."
It looks so bizarre on TV. And I know you guys are out there in the corner or whatever, but it looks so wild on TV. He was just laying there and the thing was just a completely different angle. It was brutal on TV.
Going forward, without him for the first time, and listen, going out without him in preseason football has nothing to do with the regular season at all. Nothing, for somebody that tried to throw that in last night. But he's going to be all the things he does, and his threat to always run deep and to keep the safeties as deep as they've been. It's because of him, mostly because of him. And so you're going to lose some of that stuff. But hey, man, I thought again last night, Mike's play calling was A+ stuff. Rolling 2 outside the pocket, and made actually the offensive line. And I give play calling as well as those guys playing a lot better, a lot of credit. They're playing with some backups on the offensive line. And last night, Cole Strange got the start. So they went from Keon Smith to Daniel Brunskill. Brunskill got beat late in the game, and Cole Strange comes in here, who hasn't been here that long, former first-round pick with the New England Patriots, got released, and we pick him up, and he was in there last night. Looked like he did a good job. They're able to do a lot of things with it, but anytime that happens, and I think Mike being able to get a running game going, try to establish a running game, and then the play actions, and I can't remember Tua rolling outside the pocket so much, and a lot of them were naked bootlegs, and nobody's in front of him, and he's throwing the ball. He's got receivers. Those plays were so nicely timed. 3 or 4 times last night, he rolled out, and as he looked up, the receiver was 10 or 15 yards down the field looking straight at him. So it wasn't he had to throw behind him or throw too far out in front. It was just, it gave you the best chance, and they're easy throws for Tua, especially going to his left, being a left-hander. I just thought, I go, man, this Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, I'm with you. He was unbelievable. And he does the best he can with the limited stuff that he has to work with, right?
Yeah, but
he really does.
But he had a game plan, and he kind of snuck it out of Darren Waller in the red zone. We got a package, and I was kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. The biggest target.
They clearly weren't expecting that.
No, but yeah, they weren't.
No, he did a great job. I thought Tua looked a little bit frazzled again when they got some pressure on him, and then he made the one nearly fatal mistake where he slid a little bit too late, and he almost got his head taken off by Maui Noah there.
Well, they were.
He got up. He was smiling.
No,
that thing was like
we got lucky. I call that we got lucky on that one, and he you know, on Monday Night Football had some fun with it. I thought Tua was fine last night, man. He did. That game plan was absolutely in this game against that Jets defense was perfect. I can't say it enough for whatever you think about Mike. His game, his play calling last night was really good, and there'll be a lot of time to talk about the defense still. Still got to clean some things up.
Mike's doing a fantastic job, and you got a crap team coming up here, right?
What'd I tell you? Yes.
You told me 2 wins.
2 wins. 2 wins in 6 days.
You may be onto something there.
So anyway, hey, a little confidence going to Carolina. We got to go to break here. We've got a lot more stuff to get to here as we continue. Yeah, there was that was one like somebody said to me, we got the win. That's the most important thing because, you know, everybody kind of waits around to see, but I'm not sure how I feel right now. And I know what they're talking about, losing Tyreek Hill, but Darren Waller's, you know, and bouncing back and but yet felt like we were really controlling things, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there and it's a ball game. And so yeah, you gave you a little bit.
That's every game though. It's tough to close teams out. You know that.
Well, I think, and I was curious when Tyreek went out.
Yeah.
Because those guys like him a lot. They understand how good he is. You don't. It would be if you could privately rank your players on your team, and nothing else. Rank them on your team how good they are on the football field on game day. Tyreek's
probably number 1, right?
Going to rank right up there. By the way, Achane is he still doesn't get the credit as a running back that he should start getting. Some of the runs he makes.
He was great last night.
Red zone run again, another run after catch.
Guys are bouncing off him.
Yeah.
No, he was fantastic. Ollie Gordon, I thought, had some tough runs too.
Hey, the way he used everybody last night, man. Mike's dialed in on what he has on this team.
I thought the offensive line did a good job for the most part last night, right?
I did
protecting Tua and open up some holes.
I'm glad you were listening because I was just talking. I just said that. You brought it up again, so I knew it was good when we're both talking about it. Hey, we got to go to break here, Woody. We got a lot of stuff to get to here this morning. By the way, while that's all going on, had media day yesterday in camp. Tyler Hero out for a few months, and new players. Norman Powell going to be a big part of this, especially with Tyler Hero out. And where do the young guys all fit in versus the veterans and the whole thing, and what's it going to look like? What are going to be the expectations for this team? And Spo putting in some new stuff with the new start, knowing Jimmy Butler's not here from the start, on and on and on. But hey, with all
Did you get a shot at Jimmy Butler this morning?
Huh?
Did you just get a shot at Jimmy
Butler?
That
was not a shot.
All right.
That guy, for me, he doesn't.
Did you see him with the Warriors, by the way? You see he was all clean cut, no weird stuff on media day? He was all ready to go.
I haven't seen him since he was at the tennis tournament.
Oh, you hate him.
I do.
Not a fan. Do.
Not a fan at all.
Put him on your list. He's on the list with Odell now.
Yeah. Oh no, there's a few guys on that list. Yeah. The guys that keep yapping and like, what are you doing? Are you really trying to get another 401k program with another team? Hey, we got a little bit of time left for you to get out to your South Florida Chevy dealers, man. I got to tell you, it's still truck month going on at your South Florida Chevy dealers. And we got some great deals at all 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Yes, one close to you. And if you are looking for a truck, a durable Colorado is not a bad way to start. Nope, the Turbo Max engine, impressive torque, everything you need here in South Florida to really enjoy yourself. Or let's get into some serious business. The Silverado 1500, always ready, steady, and strong. I got to tell you, delivering all the power ever needed, advanced tech needed for the workday workhorse and the weekend warrior. Whether it's work hard or playing hard on the weekend with your toys, boy, I'll tell you what, a Silverado 1500 works for everybody. Silverado HD, hey man, legendary horsepower, one of the hardest working beds in the business, whether it's a mid-size, full-size, or heavy-duty truck. Chevy pickups, man, we've got one that's absolutely perfect for you and your lifestyle that you live right now. Hey, that full-time working truck, because you work full-time, sometimes 7 days a week, because that's how you make a living. Hey, see your South Florida Chevy dealers today. Take a test drive. They got great offers going on right now at your South Florida Chevy dealer.
portion of our team. We had offense up at the time, obviously, and so they're already close to the hash. And specifically, I saw them make eye contact and rip a joke or two to Waddle and Devon. And I think a lot of guys got back into the game, provoked by what he said verbally. We've talked a lot about all the stuff that Tyreek has done this offseason, and a big portion is leading by example and connecting with his teammates, and he kind of utilized that connectivity to make sure that his team was finishing on the right end. So he was inspiring in that situation, and I think his teammates benefited from that.
All right. Mike McDaniel talking about Tyreek Hill. You realize anytime you play football that guy can get hurt, right? Craziness. We've seen guys injured, and most of the time, the good news is you're out a game or two, or you go on IR for at least 4 weeks, 5, maybe 6 or something. But hey, he'll be back. And then occasionally we do get, IR, he's out for the year. But boy, I'll tell you, and you look at certain positions, Tyreek Hill has just been, he gets banged up. He's played through it, even when he's been horse-collared a couple of times, and he gets up and he limps off and he comes back in and he just keeps going. So you see what happened last night with this dislocated knee, and again was having himself a really good game. Probably going to go 10+ catches last night with the routes and the way they're using them. And again, this is not the Tyreek Hill we got used to his first 2 years here, where it was one explosive play down the field after another. It was crazy, right? But in this new stuff that they're doing, shorter passes and not forcing it down the field, and whatever they're comfortable calling right now, he's adjusted and was on his way to having a real nice game. Had 6 catches for 67, including the one on the sideline, and for him to go down and then instantly see the reaction to their sideline, you went, oh my God. The shocker one way on that with Tyreek's injury, and the other one, Darren Waller hasn't played forever and looked that good. And by the way, whether you were just watching, and I'm guessing most people didn't have high expectations. First of all, I can't believe how athletic and how well he runs for a guy that's been out of football that long. And so whoever did their homework, hey man, good job from the whether it was the coaches, told the general manager to have 2 touchdowns in your first game after missing the first 3. And hey, look at he's been injured coming back. So he couldn't play for a few weeks. And they kept moving that starting date back further and further. And then last night, and Mike mentioned, hey, we got some stuff we want to do in the red zone with him. And boy, he did. He did. And
well, Joe, just real quick to update people, if they're just waking up this morning, the Tyreek injury, Adam Schefter, essentially this is like worst case scenario. Right. They had said last night that there could be ligaments involved, and it looks like he tore all the ligaments, including the ACL. He's in surgery today. So yeah, it's essentially worst case scenario, looks like, for the injury.
Yeah, man. So hey, you're number one guy. I'm not downplaying it, and I was listening to the post-game show going home, and look at, I want to put a positive spin on it. Next man up, and I get it. Achane takes a bigger role probably than he does. Waddle is going to be the number one guy now to get the ball to, and that's going to be the next job. For 3 catches now has to be 6, 7, 8 catches for Waddle, because he's going to be the number one guy. For everybody said, hey, he's always played the second fiddle to Tyreek Hill. Now it's it's going to be Waddle's shot to show he's a number one guy, a real number one guy, not 3-catch, 58 yards or 3 catches, 30 yards. He's got to be a more targeted player. And with that, Malik Washington's role becomes bigger. Darren Waller, everybody steps up their role a little bit. But, yeah, and I'm with it, man. I want to see what our former first-round pick, our guy we drafted from Alabama, who is, played with Tua since college. You want to see him take a bigger role. They had a lot of camp time together because Tyreek was out. So those guys spent a lot more time together throwing the ball, had a good camp together until Waddle got injured and missed some time. But, yeah, so I think everybody understands that. And going forward, because you want to still be able to do a lot of the things you've done in these last 2 games, start against Buffalo, and then all the stuff you did last night to that Jets defense. And again, can't say enough about how good the play calling was last night. I'm just play calling. I thought helped the offensive line. Sticking with the run game. That's another one. Like, Mike always goes away from it. We get off to a good start. We're averaging 5.2 yards per carry, but we don't run it enough, And last night, Mike goes, "Hey, man, we're going to get off to a good start." Ran it, a lot more last night and had some success. Actually ended up running the ball more than they threw it last night. And so a lot of good stuff there. And then all the stuff to really help Tua last night, I liked. And by the way, I give Tua credit. You still got to be able to do it. But because you're running the ball, now you do these bootlegs with all this motion, and you got people thinking, you got them, crashing inside, and Tua's out. And in a lot of situations, it gave him a lot of time, and his receivers running across the field to be even with them. Just nice, easy throws. They just, at time, it just looked easy completions for 10 plus yard plays last night. So yeah, it was a lot of good stuff from the offense. And I'm guessing up in New York, it was bad. It was so bad. You start looking, and I'm not one who always does this. I'm not that goes around blaming coaches every time I stub my toe and you go, "Well, that's a coach's fault." But the 13 penalties, the 3 takeaways, your coach has been talking, Aaron Glenn has been talking, one of our biggest problems, reading his stuff all week, poor tackling. And their tackling last night was poor again. Ask A-Chan. A-Chan's like,
yeah, they're not going to win very many games. They're another team that's going to be in that quarterback market, I would think.
Oh, yeah.
You start looking into the early offseason here at the teams that are really bad.
But can I be honest with you, Woody? Because I think their offensive line is pretty good. They got first-round picks on the outside, the tackles.
They did run the ball well, I guess. But
yeah.
So, they're a bad football team. But, hey, I'm just curious what you think, because, just to give you an idea of what we're getting this morning. So, first of all, we're getting a lot of people are asking, is this the end for Tyreek? And obviously we don't know, but it very well could be, right? Speed guy, and that's just a really, really bad injury.
His game is all around speed. Yes.
Yeah.
The fact is that he is still considered to be. I was talking to Mike Mayock, who was doing the game for national radio, Westwood One, and we spent a lot of time talking last night about Tyreek, and he said I couldn't wait to get here and watch him run before the game, and I went back and looked, former GM and NFL Network guy, and he was talking, and like me, I said, Mike, he went out and ran 10 100 meters. He left minicamp, and when it was done, minicamp was over, and while everybody else got 6 weeks off, he went out, and he obviously was getting ready for a couple of track meets, and he wanted to send a little message that, hey, all you guys and all you young guys that are 10 years younger, I want to let you know I'm still the fastest guy in football. Guys don't just show up on a track and run 10 100 meters. It just doesn't happen.
He still got it, man. That one play where he was running backwards and then he ended up getting a nice little gain out of it. I think they had a penalty that brought a holding call that brought it back. But That was like vintage Tyreek, where he was kind of got in the open field a little bit there.
And
they just can't get him the ball deep, which is like,
well, that's
a different problem for another day. But
yeah, exactly.
Not that it matters now.
Hey, the offense we've seen,
they're doing the best they can with their limitations.
Yes. And last week, it's not going to be. Now, I don't know how much the way everybody's going to play against us, to be fair. So with Tyreek out, do the safeties come up a little closer? Do they get a little more involved? Hey, it's nothing against Jalen Waddle. He's super fast too, but he's not in the.
Well, I know if I was Carolina,
he's not in the track meet.
If I was Carolina, I know how I'd approach this thing. I'd just blitz the hell out of him every time and have Tua try to beat you. But I would not allow Achane to do what he did last night if I were opposing teams.
Well,
the other thing is, Joe, just to give you an idea, again, like what's coming in this morning is people are like, we won, but it doesn't feel very good because the Jets are terrible. You barely beat them, and you lost your best player in the process.
I understand.
It doesn't have that like great glory feeling of a win.
And you reading it on top of it is just fitting this morning. But
I want to give you an idea what we're getting.
No, and I appreciate that. But I want to say this, man. You play who they put on the schedule. Okay, like the Dolphins didn't go, hey, is it our pick? We want the Jets and then Carolina, and if we can, in weeks 4 and 5, because they're going to be banged. No, you play who's on your schedule. And I remember not too long ago, everybody said, hey, the Jets are going to be better than the Dolphins, and everybody's going to be better. So you play who's on the schedule. You're right. They did not look very good. They should have had a touchdown to start the game. The Dolphins make a great little play down on the goal line there. But, hey, look at, man, they won. And I get they didn't beat them by 20. But they won the game, and they're not going to get on politics. Can you imagine if we lost? But I do agree, man. There is a little Tyreek Hill hangover not having him out on the football field. And so now
I will admit that yes, a loss last night. If they would have came back and won that game, it would have been devastating.
Double whammy right there.
I mean, this would have been blow it up Tuesday here, but
so everybody gets a bigger role now. And we'll find out when some of the other offensive linemen come back. But
they got some winnable games coming up, man. They should be able to get back to 500, you would think, at some point here, maybe. And there's really bad teams coming up.
Well, the team they're getting ready to play just looked.
They're horrible.
They looked really bad. Now they're back home. I know they're not on the road, but New England just pounded them. Then you come home to the Chargers, who lost to the Giants. Now, I don't know what people, maybe now everybody's got a crush on the Giants. It's a really good football team.
I think the Chargers are a little bit better team than the Dolphins right now.
So anyway,
that's safe to say. But then you have the Browns on there too. Like the Browns are a mess.
Good on one side, not very good on the other. So anyway, yeah, but every game, these games are probably going to look a lot like last night's. They're going to be a lot of tight ball games. There will, even against teams that we've made up our mind. We got to. And I do it too. But yeah, you got to beat Carolina. You got to get to 2-3 Sunday on the road at 1:00. Yeah, I don't disagree. Hey, Woody, we got to go to break here, man. I do it. Hey, listen, there's all kinds of stuff. And hey, look, if there's one guy I didn't want to lose last night, it was Tyreek Hill. I know everybody's losing guys, and seems like we got a guy. I saw somebody had a neck injury. Oh, the Ravens defensive tackle out for the year.
I'm with you, by the way. I don't want to like rain on your parade this morning here with all these negative texts and stuff. I know you're happy they got a win, and it is good, right? Like to be sitting here at 0-4 it'd be a bad morning.
Yeah, I'm not going to treat it like 0-4. I'm going to treat it like they got to win.
Yeah, but nothing changed, right? They're still a bad team. Like nothing changed in that regard, but at least you got to win.
Well, they did some good things to win. You can't win a game without doing some good things, Woody.
They did some good things the week before.
So anyway,
right?
Yeah.
So
what? You know what? You can't help yourself. You really can't. We got to go to break here. We got a lot more stuff to get to here. Woody, did you get some sleep last night? Because you look like you might have stayed up late. Yeah, no, I got a little bit. Hey, I want to tell you about my friends at Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Man, I got to tell you. Hey, doesn't matter what time it is. Those guys are working, and it's always been about great service. 37 years, around the clock air conditioning and plumbing. Big Daddy started this thing with the air conditioning, and yeah, they've added the plumbing, understanding how important both of them can be for you, and being able, you got to call on a Saturday or Sunday, and you got a plumbing problem, you got an air conditioning problem. They got trained and certified technicians, 135 trucks on the road every day, 7 days a week, 37 years in the business. I always tell everybody this about around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing. We lost Big Daddy Lenny, who started this whole thing. I was telling the story at dinner the other night. Very, very close to him through the years. Had a lot of Friday and Saturday night dinners with him, and had a great time. And now Eric's running the show. He's still in the family. Mike, Chippy, all the rest of them over there. This thing is just getting bigger. It's getting better. Still about great service for you. Licensed, experienced plumbers, great folks for all your air conditioning problems. And we have a warehouse right now full of air conditioning units and water heaters. That's right, water heaters as well. You need a new water heater. We got a box truck filled with all size Rheem water heaters ready to go for you right now. Same day installation is always the goal. That's part of great service. Financing plans. Hey, we're ready to take care of you at Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing. The next time you have an air conditioning or plumbing problem, you get a lot of experience and great people. Just go to 1-888-FIX-MY-AC, or remember the name. It's Around the Clock Air couple ice cold ones last night at that the stadium. Late night, man, late night. But Dolphins get their first win. Monday Night Football. And
love that earlier kick time, by the way. Big fan of that.
Oh, that
hour's big.
That hour allowed me to shut my eyes for a few minutes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a big hour.
That was big. Never know getting out of the traffic, man, when you're going to get home. But
didn't even have to watch the other game, so it was perfect.
Yeah. Boy, that was
over quick.
That was a stinker. Speaking of, I always wonder how many teams in this league, if you lose your first quarterback, what the drop-off's going to be on your offense.
Significant. Every team.
Every team?
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's a reason they're backups, by the way, Joe. If they were any good, they'd be starting.
You're right. There are
a lot of teams looking for starters.
You're right. And that's why we see, because there is such a shortage, guys get a second chance, and we got, 3 or 4 great stories of guys getting a second chance and going, apparently it wasn't you, it was us.
Well, you know what's always fun is when these guys, it's not fun to see them get hurt, but when they do get hurt, it's fun to see who the backups are, because it's all these guys just get recycled on different teams.
Right.
Like Cooper Rush came in for Baltimore. It's like, who the hell knew?
No, it's
always, interesting to see who pops up.
We've got guys, another guy that's quietly made a lot of money is a backup quarterback, 15 years, Tyrod Taylor, 15 years.
We looked him up the other day. Yep.
He's bounced around. He's got a lot of starts. He's been on a bunch of teams. Next thing you know, these guys going to play as long as they can. I'll be honest with you. A couple $1 million a year jobs don't grow on trees in the old world outside of sports. Maybe for a few guys, but if you're not a hot social media or a podcaster, you're going to stay around. These guys love playing and love being a backup, and but there's a lot.
They all get opportunities to play.
And if you're really bored, take a look at all the former first-round picks.
Yeah.
That are now lifetime backup quarterbacks, including
one started for Washington.
Winston, Mariota, right there.
He was 2? Winston
Jameis
was 1.
Winston.
Yeah, Winston's on the Giants, right?
He's really 3, but it sounds like they're trying to get him. They want to get rid of Russell Wilson and make him 2. No, so it's just crazy. The quarterback thing.
Mac Jones popped up in San Fran.
And by the way, how many times we talk about Tua always hurt? Friggin' Joe Burrow's hurt.
He might have missed more games career than Tua at this point,
has.
Right? He must have. He's gonna miss the whole season.
Problem is when he plays, he's
really
friggin' good. But
hey, man, Cincinnati hasn't done him any favors though either.
Well,
putting stuff around him outside of those receivers, but
but they loaded up on offense. That defense
is rough.
It's a rough thing. I just I just wonder how many teams, if we all took the starting quarterbacks out, who's got the best backup quarterback with the right team that could still run things and make and run. And by the way, you're right. We're still probably 4 or 5 quarterbacks, and probably in the NFL's got 4 or 5 teams right now going, hey, I'm not sure we got our guy. What's out there in college football? And I'm tired of everybody telling me about how good this college football. I watch a guy at LSU. I don't see it.
I don't see with any of those guys.
Clemson guy, if he's a first-round pick, then I need to quit talking about football. I really do. If Klubnik, is that his name?
Yeah, Cade Klubnik. Yep.
Woody, he looks terrible.
Yes, he does.
And by the way, he takes off and run. He looks terrible.
Well, the number 1 guy they thought was going to be the next generational talent, Texas. He's
not ready.
He's draftable.
I think he needs another year in college.
Sure would seem that way. Remember, they were asking him before the season started. They go, any chance you come back?
Some of our friends at ESPN want to move him ahead and get your experience at the next level as the first overall pick and a slam dunk to be great. And you're like, whoa.
This has been maybe the craziest first month of NFL football I can remember. Because right now, like you were in here earlier, we were like, who's the best team? I don't know. The Chiefs look like it now, but
no, I asked who the best team in the AFC is.
Yeah, the Chiefs look like it.
The NFC's got some good teams.
Yeah, but that's the other thing too over there. Like the Eagles, I guess, are their best team, right? But they've been shaky.
But they're still.
Detroit got their doors blown off.
But
in the opener, they've looked better, but
they got to roll.
The Packers, remember, we thought the Packers were the best.
They
look shaky as hell.
They've lost a little bit of their.
The Chiefs looked like the Chiefs on Sunday, though. That's the scary thing, right?
I'm not drinking Are you drinking the 49er Kool-Aid right now?
No. But are the Chiefs back to being the class of the whole AFC? League. I don't know.
Not yet.
They sure looked a whole heck of a lot different with their receiver back. With Xavier Worthy made such a difference.
We might have sunk them a little too quickly.
They're going to get Rashee Rice back some point here, right?
Yes, that is coming too for the second half of the year.
Mahomes looked like Mahomes, and their defense looked really good again.
I don't think you have to worry about Mahomes. It's just things sometimes quarterbacks can only do so much when nobody's blocking and nobody's open. But
we were ready to bury the Chiefs a week ago.
We were, and
you were.
Maybe I did. I'm guilty.
But you also, it's the funny thing, like Baltimore goes from being a Super Bowl favorite to they might not make the playoffs.
Well,
they're in such big trouble right now.
They got everybody hurt.
Yeah.
Even the quarterback is hurt. Hey, 7:00 hours coming up here. Yeah, we had a crazy one. And Cincinnati, who won their first 2 games, looks really bad with everything. And matter of fact, it look like that, Woody, I didn't hear the story on it, but it looked like Jamar Chase had a few words with the coach over in the thing and said, hey, what a hell of a time on national TV to walk out to him and tell him.
Feels like that coach has ran his course too. They were ripping him in the morning driving in here. Yeah.
He's on the Good Night Loretta program. Yes, he is. Never a good program.
Hey, man, it's been a rough month of the season.
Good Night Loretta.
A lot of teams out there. It's been rough.
That high school girlfriend, Good Night Loretta. I will not be seeing you again. Hey, 7:00 hours. We're going to be here in just a second. We want to jump right over to our man, Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. The man truly has no life because he's too busy getting everybody a mortgage quickly. Half the time at the big banks. And not just that, but getting you the best rates, which happen to be in the 5s right now. He's got programs already set up for so many first-time home buyers. He's getting you back in the game. First-time home buyers, it's hard, man, getting that first home. It's hard. You're trying to get approved for a certain amount of money. You really want it. You're losing out to cash buyers and all those type of things. So Michael Kotze can get you back in the game. Self-employed, declined by the banks. He's got some great programs for you. For the senior citizens out there, you're 62 or older. He's got a great program for you to convert your home equity into money. Yeah, as we get older, we stay in that house a long time and pay it off or almost pay it off, and all that equity over the years. And the family's always saying, take that money out if you need it, Mom and Dad. There's a whole bunch of it there. Well, Michael Kotze says, let me get it done for you. Let me do it quickly. Hey, a lot of different things. Go to Google reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage reviews, saying a lot of nice things about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. The man has no life. He's always working 7 days a week. That's what makes him gets him ahead of the ball game. He's working on Saturday and Sunday. Call or text him, 561-441-2730. 30-plus years in the business, MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
Hyundai.com, starting with the Dolphins, who got their first win of the season, beating the Jets 27-21. Darren Waller caught 2 touchdowns in his Dolphins debut. Next up, the Dolphins will head to Carolina on Sunday. And the Panthers beat the Hurricanes 4-3 in overtime. The Cats will continue the preseason tonight against the Lightning. The puck drops at 7 from the Kia Center in Orlando. And, Joe, we do have the news on Tyreek Hill this morning, and it is not good. Essentially, worst-case scenario here, tearing multiple ligaments in his knee, including his ACL, surgery coming today to go along with the dislocated knee. So about a worst-case scenario situation here for the Dolphins star wide receiver.
Damn. Yeah.
And it looked that way on television. That was rough to watch.
Hey, man, I know there's a lot of different stuff, and everybody in this town's all over the board on Tyreek Hill, and some of it's personal life stuff, some of it's but I got to tell you, no matter what, if we're just talking about the guy on the football field, and a guy's had to adjust his game from running lots of deep routes and having 2 of the greatest years we've seen in the history of the National Football League here, to being a guy that's adjusted his game to a lot shorter group of routes to run, crossing routes, but shorter, or sitting down in a zone or something underneath and run after catch. He is a number 1 receiver, and he will be missed. No matter what anybody tries to spin this, he will be missed. Now, it's a great opportunity for the next guys to step up. But I got to tell you, man, these guys, these number 1 receivers that can run and have a chance to take it to the house, even though he hadn't done it for a long time, it's not on him. Not on him. That's between the QB and the coaching staff thing, that we didn't have more deep plays. And so I just, for everybody, that whether you're glad he's gone, I see some stuff, or he's a dirtbag and you don't want him around anyway, and bad karma for what you've done and all that stuff. Whatever your opinion on him, I'm just telling you, he is a number 1 receiver, and he'll be missed in this offense because he still gets respect outside in motion, that somewhere he's going to run by somebody because of his great speed that he had. So anyway, just wanted to get that out. And yeah, man, this is part of what's going on right now in the league. And it officially hit the Miami Dolphins with one of their best players last night, with the news coming out on Tyreek and the dislocated knee and everything about it. But I was saying all that, the game plan for everybody, including Tyreek when he was playing last night, and everybody else was first class. One of the best game plans. Mike getting everything from sticking to the run game, all the movement and motion they did, and also the biggest part, getting 2 outside the pocket a lot on bootlegs, and especially to his left to make some throws, and have receivers wide open. His guys last night really did a nice job. He only threw for 177 yards. I don't want to make it sound like it was a 300-yard game, but there was just a lot of crossing routes and stuff that tight ends. It was open. And then the Darren Waller story is incredible, to be out of football that long. Just turned 33 years old this month. And he looks great. He looked great. He ran well, looked quick, and had a couple of touchdowns, boy, and get the tight end back involved in the offense last night. Julian Hill also had a 19-yard catch in the game. So a lot of good stuff, man, that Mike set up for the offense, and he stuck with the run. Devon Achane just a yard short of 100 last night. We haven't said that for a while. And so a lot of good things for the play calling and the run game, sticking with it. And yes, the Jets got all kinds of problems. I agree. Now, I don't know if they're the worst team in football. I know everybody wants to always go, in the new world, they're the worst team in football. I don't know. I watch Red Zone. I mean, they're bad. Don't get me wrong. They're bad, especially when you turn it over 3 times and have 13 penalties and you can't tackle and look lost at times. Yeah.
Tennessee has something to say about that, by the way.
Well, Carolina looked
like the rare shutout.
Carolina looked like they were trying to jump in the party too. So there's a few teams in that party that everybody talking about. So we'll see what happens. The quarterback topic is an interesting one because all of a sudden, after Joe Burrow in Cincinnati started 2-0, he's now out. Is he out for the year, Woody? Or they?
Yeah, it was like 3 months. So yes.
So
I think they're so bad they're going to be out of it at that point anyway, right? Even if he maybe could come back at the end of this thing.
Well, they're not going to give up on him, but I got to tell you, we're going to have to start counting games missed.
I guess you can't give up on him.
Joe Burrow,
good, but
Joe Burrow might be the leader in the pack here for missing games here pretty soon. Yeah. My God, he's missed a bunch, and he is really, really good. There's no question about it. But you see what happens. Backup comes in. Now your wide receivers are salty. Their numbers are going down, and you've got just then you got teams that just can't, like the Jets and the quarterback thing. I don't know, the Giants. I think Dart's makeup is at least looks like, right? He's going to have a chance. They can't run him the way they did in that first game. He won't see the end of the season. Matter of fact, he won't see December. He keeps running the way he's running the football right now. But they needed him to do what the runs he did, the quarterback runs up the middle to win that first game that they desperately needed to get. He made a couple good throws. Didn't throw for a lot of yards in the game. But, boy, I'll tell you what, I'm starting to think it's not just the quarterbacks, but it's a system. It's what happens, and Cam Ward's finding out. I think everybody I talk to thinks Cam Ward's really going to be good. And he's on a bad team. Now,
yeah.
Like, hey, Cam, congratulations. You're the first overall pick. Hey, Cam, we're not sure the Titans know what the F they're doing.
He carries himself like a starter, though, doesn't he? He gets up that podium every time, and he takes the bullets for those guys.
He does, but I think he also, enough's enough, man. He's like, enough's enough.
Yeah. Every time they show him on a red zone highlight, he's running for his life over there.
Hey, there's a lot of offensive lines that are beaten up again. We can't keep offensive linemen and quarterbacks healthy. Isn't that amazing? Offensive linemen and quarterbacks look to be the two most banged up positions that the league has right now. Hey, we've got a lot of stuff going on here this morning. Omar Kelly will join us at 8 o'clock. We're letting everybody get a little sleep this morning as Dolphins get their first win of the season, 27-21. On to Carolina, chance to get 2 wins in 6 days and try to get a little bit closer to 500 coming back home. Next home game will be the Chargers, who had that loss against the Giants. And I can't tell, folks. I can't tell who's good, who's not good. You can tell who's really bad, but a lot of it has to do with injury. Some teams just haven't been as good as they were supposed to be. And then it counts on the guys you're losing, right? And so it's been a crazy start to this season for sure. And then the Dolphins get the Tyreek Hill news last night, but get Darren Waller back, and he looks just unbelievable. Nobody could have thought he was going to look that good last night. I mean, he ran well. He looked sharp catching the football for a guy that hasn't been hit, and was a big part of the offense. 2 touchdowns in his first game. It's an incredible story. It really is. So he sat out a full season, misses the first 3 games of the regular season this year. They're going to try to get him back in after they got back from the trip with Chicago and Detroit, and he wasn't ready. And so they kept moving the date back. And then last night, you're like, wow, it was worth the wait. He looked so good. All right, we've got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. As we got the Panthers playing preseason, we got the Heat starting their camp. Tyler Hero's out. By the way, maybe that's a story. We got Barkov out, Tyler Hero out.
Yeah, for another time.
Tyreek Hill out.
We'll get there.
Anyway, right now I want to talk about hurricane season for just a second. It's not over. It's not over. Don't calm down a little bit there before you and protect your home. If you haven't done that, that's an important thing to do. I'm not sure why you're waiting when you got Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. I know the great work they're going to do for you. Not only that, competitive prices, and got a great staff there to help you out, whether it's Impact Windows and Doors or the roof. The roofing part of the company, strong. Older leaky roof, come on, replace your old roof now and you can pay later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials with lifetime warranty plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Save big on their legendary state-of-the-art Impact Windows and Doors. Impact Windows as low as $6 per window per month installed. I don't know what you're waiting for. Don't wait another year. You don't have to. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com, or call 954-500-LOCK. They got a great staff of people that can answer all your questions, very knowledgeable about everything, get everything all set up for you for people from Loctite to come out and look at the job all over South Florida, growing like crazy for a reason. Chev and the gang over there got it figured out and ready to take great care of you. That's Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing.
to the guys. I think it was one of those where collectively we knew, we needed to step up in general, regardless of who's in. We feel as if the next man up, and we shouldn't lack the way we play, the style of our play. We shouldn't lack any of that. So that was sort of the mantra or the mindset going into that after Tyreek got hurt. I slid and I got hit. That's what.
Were you concerned?
Nah, I wasn't concerned. I wasn't concerned at all. There's a lot of factors that sort of went into what happened last year, what happened years prior, that we've, I would say, fixed or, kind of turned around with how we go about nutrition on game days, etc. So, yeah.
All right. That was Tua. Don't take too many of those hits to the head, man, on that late slide last night. And the good news is he did jump up, but I don't know.
Did he hit us with nutrition?
By the way, he did his with nutrition on concussions. I was like, okay.
I know what he's eating.
I don't know, but if there's a neurologist that's got a new program out, there are going to be a lot of guys on it to play in the NFL.
Yeah. What is he eating, a power bar before he goes out there?
Oh, man, for sure. Hey, we say good morning to everybody just joining us and just getting up this morning, and we'll get into everything. 27-21, Dolphins get their first win on to Carolina on Saturday for a Sunday game at 1 o'clock, and trying to get 2 wins here in 6 days, and try to make up for the slow start in the season. Losing Tyreek is a tough one. It just is. Look, it's not a deep team, and anybody tells you somebody's going to fill in for Tyreek and be Tyreek is full of shit. So that's not going to happen, just so you know. Now, saying
they
that,
won. You weren't supposed to do that today.
No. So I'm just letting you know, but, and a big but, Mike did a great job last night with this offense. And it has nothing in common with the offense from a couple years ago. We're done, but a little bit more like we saw last year. The short passes, getting too outside the pocket on the bootlegs, and freeing up with some of the schemes of stuff off their play action, and the movement of offensive linemen and all the motion, and it just really sets guys up, and it freed a lot of guys up. They were open last night for Tua to get them the ball. Again, 17 of 25, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was clean. There was no turnovers. And so that was the good part. I thought Mike's play calling was the best it's been with this group. And I tell you what he did also right off the bat for the first time, folks, and I don't know if you pay attention to it. We do, and that is they won the toss and they took the ball. I can't tell you last time. Now, they had the ball first because the other team is deferred till the second half and made the Dolphins take the ball to start the game. But they won the toss last night, and they said, you know what, we're going to take it. I loved it. That meant like, hey, we like what we can do against this Jets. Let's go down and get some points. It went down and got 3, and then got the big play. Most demoralizing, one of the most demoralizing plays, not but one of, is to march down the field on your opening drive. And I mean, march down. We're running the ball between the tackles. There's nothing you can do about it. 5, 10, 6, 8. I mean, just bang, 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 bang down the field, and going in to score and fumble and lose the ball. You just had a long drive of physical football. Coaches love to be able to just like, we're going to run. It's a Mario Cristobal special. We're going to run it down your throat. There's nothing you can do about it, and you don't get any points. And not only do you not get any points, but the Dolphins offense takes it the other way, 96 yards, and they scored to make it a 10-0 game. I thought that's the difference in the whole game. And I know it got, a little closer at times during different parts of the game. But I thought that us getting a takeaway, and by the way, the great thing about takeaways, all those stats mean nothing when you turn the ball over. They mean nothing. 90 yards of stats, 20 yards of stats, some spectacular catch, 50-yard catch. If you turn it over, they might as well be wiped out. You might as well erase them because they really don't exist except fantasy football. They have, and last night, and by the way, they come out in second half, get the opening kickoff, and Cam Good puts a big hit, forces a fumble, and the Dolphins start, instead of the Jets having a chance to tie it up to start the second half, special teams gets a takeaway on a short field for the Miami Dolphins again. And just another huge play in that game that hasn't been happening and happened last night. If there were two plays, those would be it for me. The fumble after, I mean, it's demoralizing. You not only, you get 0 points after all those yards and time of possession and nothing to show for it. And then the Dolphins march it right down the other field. And instead of being up 7-3, you're down 10-0 in that game. Second half, same thing. All right. You're going, wow, I can't believe this game is where it is. It shouldn't be here. I mean, we did everything right, and they're only down one score, and they get the ball to start the second half, and they fumble, and you get great field position. So a lot of good things, and those are two plays for me last night that were big. I got to tell you, one of the biggest surprises in all the years, and I had no idea what to expect, like most people, unless, somebody's going to lie about it today. Darren Waller looked really good for a guy 33 years old that hasn't played football in a long time and has missed two complete camps, one from retirement, and the second one, they brought him back real slowly, and I'm guessing he had some injuries he was dealing with. But last night, he looked quick. He looked sharp. I saw no signs of rust. He's athletic, obviously, and having a target that's 6'6", and as you see the body, it's a long 6'6" guy. Throwing the ball up to him in the back of the end zone. I mean, I get red zone. I mean, this guy gives you something you just haven't had in the red zone. You don't get from the other tight ends. It's not a shot, but you get from this guy. And he didn't play. He didn't play like a guy. I don't know how many guys could do that. Take that much time off. Usually get out of shape. You gain weight. This guy looks like he stayed in shape and just took some extra time off, but no signs of rust whatsoever.
It's an incredible story, right? I mean,
I just didn't
like
see
people, some guys texted in, you owe him an apology or whatever. And it's like, no, well, you were kind of led to believe that this wasn't going to happen.
First of all, kiss my ass. I don't know anybody
relax.
Yeah. I don't know anybody.
I mean, like,
I truly
upset, but
I truly don't when a guy doesn't play the first three games that I owe somebody an apology.
They led you. Look, the guy didn't go through camp. Mike came out and was like, he may play, he may not play. It seemed like an unusual signing. It's a nice story. They went out and played well. It's definitely a good story, and you're obviously going to need more guys to step up on offense.
We've had way too many of those guys that haven't worked out.
Yeah, you had Odell, man. You had Odell on the mind, and that's okay.
No. We've had some receivers and a cornerback. We've had some.
Did the other guy Fuller, right? Who didn't play, didn't pay. We don't have to go down that list today.
No. He dove in the end zone against Las Vegas. We never saw him again. By the way, so anyway, it's a great story. The Darren Waller. Before we get into, you need to apologize or
I didn't mean to.
Yeah, but I'm
upset
not.
You.
I'm not apologizing for.
I know.
I'm not apologizing for my comments on Tua, or Darren Waller, or anybody else. Or when it's good, and you say it, and when it's not,
you don't need to apologize. Look, it could be a nice story, and I think everything that you said about Tua remains accurate to this day. He did not do anything last night out of the ordinary. He made some throws, but again, like when he starts running and he gets those happy feet, it's just it's concerning. It was also concerning he was dumb enough to take a hit square to the head like that. Like that's not ideal.
The late slide with guys.
And he said he's fixed his nutrition or whatever he said in that soundbite, but
that was a new one too.
He was
that joins the new club of like nutrition now. Now we got some new nutrition for the brain. A lot of people are going to want to get some of that.
we know that guy, Ma. We know is a big hitter, obviously, from down here, but he was about an inch or two lower. That would have been game over.
Well, listen, it all worked out. I'm not doing coulda, woulda, shoulda, and the whole thing. And Mike was dialed in to Tua and the game plan last night from tight ends, who had by far their most productive game they've had, and then on top of that, just getting guys and just everything. And by the way, the play action fakes Tua's really good at it. Really sold them, and then being able to run the football and have Achane, who is quietly. Nobody talks about him when they talk about great running backs. He doesn't get mentioned but he is.
He should.
He is really good, man. He almost broke another one. He is going to break some long ones. It is going to happen. Surprised he didn't have more catches last night. Usually he's got a lot of catches.
I was going to say he's a really good receiver, too.
So he's turned himself into to obviously a real valuable piece, and now he's alone in the 10-100 meter club. He lost his sidekick.
Well, if you're just waking up this morning, Joe, the news came out about an hour ago that it was worst case scenario for Tyreek. The ligaments were involved in the injury, so he's getting surgery today. One of these Twitter doctors, I don't know if you follow these guys ever, but
no.
I think the guy's a real doctor. Pro Football Doc says much more than ACL, first of several surgeries. He says, in fact, ACL won't be fixed today. Focus on repair of other ligaments first. No emergency surgery is good sign for artery, nerve damage to be determined.
Yeah. I tried to read some of that stuff last night on all the stuff from a dislocated and getting the whole run of stuff. And listen, it's not good. I think everybody knew that right away by the urgency on the field to make sure, last thing you want is to get really bad news. And so they got on it quickly. They've seen these kind of things and respond and get him to a hospital and let the doctors get rolling on this. And
that was I'm not sure I've seen one quite that bad though, man. Like the way they showed, it was right there on the sideline. The camera got it. And I mean, that thing was bent in a very unusual
Woody, I'm sure
way.
We've had some guys tear up their knees pretty good, man. We've had, they call it the trifecta. We've had a lot of guys.
That one was like,
it's
upside
bad.
down.
It's weird too, man. You see it, a nice throw, he drops it in, and Tyreek right on the sideline could catch it and get out of bounds.
Sucks because he was going out of bounds too. Such an unnecessary play to dive at the guy's feet.
Anyway,
I don't know, but
all right. They're
just sucks.
Okay, I get it, man. We're with you, and it's next man up now. It's going to be a bigger role now for Waddle. Waddle is going to be no more second guy. Waddle steps up as the number one guy.
He's got to stay healthy because he's going to get 10 balls a game, right?
He should get close to it. Washington gets a bigger role now, too. His role becomes a lot bigger in this offense. Obviously, using Achane a lot of different ways, but it's still early in the year. And I think you got to rotate the other two backs in there with him. And then, this new weapon, man, this Darren Waller, as long as he can go. And again, I don't want, to overuse him, but in passing situations, he's a real threat, man. Keep him fresh and keep that going. All right, Woody, we got to go to break here, man, with for everybody out there. Dolphins 27-21 win on to Carolina in just a few days on the short week now, and with a chance to win that game if you saw Carolina play against New England and come back home at 2-3, getting ready. Wow, what a week that's going to be too. Herbert coming back to town, Herbert, Tua, and we'll see as they lost their first game to Giants, and they didn't look great either. Right now, though, I want to talk to you about something that we always talk about, and I'm sure those guys are busy last night at Baptist Health, South Florida. People ask me all the time, where do the pros go when they get injured? And I go, well, Inter Miami, the Heat, the Florida Panthers, and Miami Dolphins all use the great doctors at Baptist Health, South Florida. It's one of the top sports medicine programs in the country, and it sure is nice to have all those knee specialists, and a lot of them were at the game last night. Some of the best in the business for knee, anything with the knee, including what Tyreek's going through right now with the dislocation. shoulder, foot and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement, Achilles. You can't be a top sports medicine program, one of the best in the country, unless you have specialists for every part of the body. And they have it. That's why they take care of so many teams with Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Dolphins, FIU and FAU. And then we got 3 great locations to go to. 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. Obviously, also Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables and at Hard Rock Stadium. The nice thing for those guys to be able to go over next door there with the training facility they have right there. It's another great facility for Baptist Health. So they got it really covered for everybody. We know one thing, right? If you're active and competitive, sooner or later we all get injured. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. One goal every day. It's about getting all of us healthy, back out playing the sports we love the most.
And now, it's time for Hollywood's Headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us here before we jump this 8 o'clock hour? Time's flying this morning.
It is flying, Joe. Time flies when you're having fun, right? We got to win. We got NBA Media Days yesterday all over the country. Maybe the most interesting one was this Kawhi Leonard thing, this Clippers thing. Huh. Someone's going to be right and someone's going to be wrong in this thing, right? Like Pablo Torre has his reporting. Mark Cuban has gone all in on this. I don't know if you see Mark Cuban responds to everything this guy sends out. So he's in the middle of this thing.
So he's all he's got the owners back for.
Well, I guess billionaires all defend each other, right? They're part of that club.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Probably for the most part. Yes.
Kawhi says he didn't do anything wrong. I don't know. This will play out. It's going to be very interesting to see how this thing ends. But you got to think there's some wrongdoing, right? There's something to this guy's reporting.
No, I got to tell you, I think the billionaire just put all this money into a company that wasn't doing well. That's something I would do, not him.
In fairness, these rich people seem like they lose track of their money. Remember, Ohtani didn't realize the guy was gambling millions of dollars.
Can I just tell you, Ohtani is not in the atmosphere of what the owner of the Clippers. The guy's
one of the wealthiest men in the world. Guy's so rich, maybe he didn't realize.
I don't know.
Anyway, speaking of so rich, Joe, Dana White is he scores a deal every week, it seems like here. His new Zuffa boxing thing here just landed a 5-year deal with Paramount Plus.
Wow.
So he is now officially in the boxing business, which he was involved in that last fight that we had, the Crawford. And
by the way, how did that happen? That he all of a sudden
I don't know. Remember, you say boxing's dead, UFC, and then
I just thought UFC's was going to crush boxing and go.
It did,
and apparently Dana White goes, no. There's a place for boxing too. We can live
as
together.
long as I'm running it.
Yeah, as long as they're both mine.
But, Dana White is I don't know. He's the default commissioner of all combat sports at this point. It seems like he's running it all.
By the way, what's that other thing they're doing? That bare knuckle fighting.
They have that one.
Getting big.
That's a little tough on the stomach.
How about jacking each other in the face, standing there and just whacking each other?
That's arguably the dumbest thing that we have going in American sports.
On those. Yeah. Does he own those too?
He does own the slapping thing. Yes. I don't even know what to say about that one. It's such a insanely stupid thing to watch.
I don't know. Anyway, what else you got, Woody? That is a strange one. Didn't mean to sidetrack.
I don't know. They must sign some kind of ridiculous waiver before they do these things, right? Because if you could sue football for CT, what do you do when you're in the slapping league?
Gonna got to get on that nutrition program. I can tell you that. Get on the nutrition program.
Good shot there, my friend. All right, a couple of memorabilia things for you here. We'll get to Omar Kelly. How about this one, Joe? Panini. So their license is running out here, right? With essentially all the sports. Going to go over to Fanatics and Tops and all that. But they have their final time here. They are releasing Eminence, which is a basketball product, Joe. And you can open a box of Panini Eminence. The price per box, retail price, $39,999.95.
Huh.
This will be the first time the product has come out in a few years here, since 21-22, but it features a single 10-card pack containing 9 autographs and 1 memorabilia card on average.
Oh, man.
In addition to rookie patch autographs, you have the highly coveted Logo Man is available here. You got cards with diamonds in them. All kinds of crap they put in this thing here. But
so does it lose value since this is it, or does it go up?
A lot of people think you can invest in these things and they go up.
Okay.
This is way outside my wheelhouse. I'm not buying cards.
Woody, does Fanatics own everything? Do they own Tops now and everything else?
Yes, Fanatics will own everything. The licenses are slowly running out here. Yes.
I was a Tops guy growing up, man. Okay.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. So there's a lot of value in the old Topps cards right now. Like the Jordan refractors are very popular, seem to hold their value. Obviously, LeBron early Topps stuff. Hell, even Dwayne. You could throw him in there. He's got Dwayne stuff is a little more affordable. You're looking to jump into the Topps game, but
all right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this keeps going because the stuff just keeps getting more and more expensive. It's tough, talk about accessibility for fans. It is a little tough out there, Joe. And if you go to a store like Target, you'll see that there is a lot of retail product out there. Those shelves are fully stocked, except for that damn Pokemon stuff.
Remember that? You went through that little period of time where you're going to Target and buying.
Yeah, in the pandemic, but that was when you got lucky if there was a little box left. There was nothing. Now they just the stuff is just.
You know what I did one day because of you?
You bought some boxes.
No, I went to like 4 Target stores. Like I haven't been to Target in my life, and now I'm looking for baseball cards.
If you go to any Target right now, I promise you they'll have more than enough product for you. Yeah. Those things are fully stocked. And by the way, Joe, I feel bad I did not tell you about this one here. I did not know that Willie Mays was having an estate auction here. A lot of this money went to all the money, I guess, went to charity. It says generates millions of dollars for charity here. Some of the items that sold, Joe, I know Willie, your favorite player, right?
Yes.
Growing up, a 1962 San Francisco Giants uniform autographed by Mays and matched to the All-Star game from that season. That topped all the sales here, $634,500.
Jeez.
We had some rings that sold. A Mays 1954 World Series ring tied to his famous basket catch at the Polo Grounds.
Great catch.
Hey, you want to guess on the ring?
Wait, I'm not very good. 500?
$458,000. And his Baseball Hall of Fame induction ring sold for $446,500. 1954 National League MVP trophy, $458,000.
So that's where all his things are in the around the $500,000.
Well, you could get a little cheaper here, Joe. He had a 1954 silver bat that sold for $247,000. His MVP from 1965 only $387, so that was a lot cheaper. If you want to just go a little skin in the game there.
You want to get it stirred up, just say Willie Mays the greatest player of all time. Now we don't know, right? Everybody's got their favorite guy growing up and how good they were, but Willie could do it all, man. Willie could do it all.
He's also sold Joe his Presidential Medal of Freedom that was given to him by President Obama in 2015, $65,000.
Huh. Wow. All right.
I don't know what people do with these things, but interesting items nonetheless.
I don't know, man. I got a few.
You take the MVP trophy and do you walk it around your house like you want it, or like do you wear the ring around like this is my ring? I was part of that team. Like
I don't know.
What do you do with these items, Joe?
I get this part when it's somebody you grow up with and they have an impact on your life, and you're so excited to go see him. You're excited to see him. And he wasn't the only Willie. It was Willie McCovey was on the team too. But, man, those were great times. And then I had a dad that let me hang out in the parking lot and be that kid. Run around a little bit, and then he goes, all right, we got to go, man.
Did the guys sign and everything?
We got to drive home.
Were they nice? I mean, they must have, right?
They were great.
Yeah.
It's not like now.
Well, no one was taking his stuff and flipping it on eBay.
Roll the window. That's
back
what
in the
I
60s.
mean. Roll the window down and.
Yeah. You ever get any game used stuff? You ever throw you a ball or a bat or nothing?
No.
They weren't doing that.
No, I got some stuff, but everything was thrown out that was when I was a kid.
I guess they also probably didn't have as much.
I guess I got some stuff, and my dad goes, yeah, you were playing with it.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I had my dad's reminding me of all this
like
stuff.
In the Sandlot where they swiped the Babe Ruth ball.
Yeah.
Go play with it.
Yeah. Crazy.
You ever have any Babe Ruth stuff growing up?
All right, we got to go to break. Now, why?
Did you?
Why would I have Babe?
I don't know.
Babe's
You're looking at me really weird.
No, Babe's not a West Coast guy, Jerky.
Okay. He's the Babe, though.
Willie came out to Candlestick Park.
Is this an argument about who the best is?
No.
Are you offended about this Babe Ruth thing?
No, babe. Hey, listen, man.
I was gonna get your picks, by the way, since you've been on such a roll of football. Can maybe later in the show we get your baseball picks for today? We got 4 big ones today.
I know we're not doing that. I'm just watching them. Okay, can I just enjoy them?
But you've been on a roll.
I haven't been on a roll.
They're going to take out another mortgage on that Hard Rock building over there.
The last one I had
keep staying this hot
is the Dolphins to get 2 wins in 6 days. That's all. That's as far as I went. You were giving me a hard time. It's fine. Hey, I'll tell you what. I got to tell you why we got some time here. I want to tell you about 2 guys that are real special. Gary and Harvey. I love talking about Gary and Harvey, or Harvey and Gary. Harvey Cohn and Gary Judah. Yeah, the partners of Cohn and Judah Injury Law Firm, personal injury attorneys in Plantation. And I just want to say this. Yes, they're the same partners who, when you come to their firm or they come to see you, will handle your case from start to finish. You're getting more than 30 years of experience, big enough to go to trial and get you multi-million-dollar results, and small enough just to call you back. And I want to let you know, there's no handoffs, man. There's no what they call lawyer handoffs. That you see some other people that have nice budgets and spend a lot of money on beautiful TV commercials, and you like them. You see them every day and you like them. You go to meet with them and go, hey, I want to be with you. And they go, well, I'm glad you're here, but here's who you're going to be working with. This guy and this woman over here, 2 years out of law school, really good at what they do. Going to help you. I won't be doing it. Hey, man, wait a second. I thought you were going to be doing my stuff. Your name's on the law firm. Well, I might as well go to Harvey Cohn and Gary Judah. Their name's on the law firm, and they're going to handle my case. And they're going to communicate with me and keep me updated and let me know I'm important every friggin' day. They know I'm in pain, and they're working for me, and they're giving me updates all the time. I like that about, and I want you to go to CohnandJudah.com, read the reviews, partners who you can always get a hold of even on the weekends. Just go to 866-FAIR-FEE or check out the reviews. Go to CohnandJudah.com. Remember this, they don't pay other lawyers to do the work you hire them to do.
104.3 FM.
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Starting with the Dolphins, who got their first win of the season, beating the Jets 27-21. Darren Waller caught 2 touchdowns in his Dolphins debut. Miami did lose Tyreek Hill to a season-ending knee injury. Adam Schefter reporting this morning that Hill did suffer ligament damage and will undergo surgery today. Next up for the Dolphins, they'll head to Carolina on Sunday. And to the Panthers, who beat the Hurricanes 4-3 in overtime. The Cats will continue the preseason tonight against the Lightning. The puck drops at 7 from the Kia Center in Orlando. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
I didn't say anything to the guys. I think it was one of those where collectively we knew, we needed to step up in general, regardless of who's in. We feel as if the next man up, and we shouldn't lack the way we play, the style of our play. We shouldn't lack any of that. So that was sort of the mantra or the mindset going into that after Tyreek got hurt. I slid and I got hit. That's what.
Were you concerned?
Nah, I wasn't concerned. Nah, I wasn't concerned at all. There's a lot of factors that sort of went into what happened last year, what happened years prior, that we've, I would say, fixed or, kind of turned around with how we go about nutrition on game days, etc. So, yeah.
There you have it. Concussion-free nutrition on game day. All right. Hey, Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist, joins us this morning. Omar, late night, bud. Appreciate you coming on this morning. How you doing?
No problem. I'm in the drive taking my daughter to her wonderful school, so it's all good.
Good.
Got to be a parent.
Hey, and you, I know you put a lot of time in that, Omar, and you do a good job with it. So, hey, want to ask you a crazy one last night. First of all, the loss. Let's start with the loss of Tyreek. Now going to be out for the season.
Yeah.
How big of loss in the offense is it going to be? I know some people downplaying it a little bit last night because of the change of the offense and not the down the field stuff. I think it's a huge loss. He's still a number 1 receiver. What do you think?
It's a massive loss. I'm not sure outside of a quarterback a team could lose a bigger offensive piece. As my fellow colleague with the Sun Sentinel says, and he's classic for saying this, the Dolphins offense is Tyreek and the threat of Tyreek. And now you no longer have the threat of Tyreek. So it'll be interesting to see how defenses will adjust and change how they play him. Does it mean that it's going to suffocate the offense? I doubt that, because I've seen the offense without Tyreek plenty. And it just forces Tua to have to be sharper and have to be more, on point with distribution of the ball. Getting Darren Waller for the first time, it really showed what their vision was for the offense. Now, unfortunately, they've got to tailor it a little bit more around the other weaponry. I think Jalen Waddle will get a lot of extra attention.
Yeah.
The question is, who else is going to step up? And, I'm a big D. Estridge fan. Obviously, Malik Washington is a slot receiver, so he's going to have a more prominent role. Nick Westbrook, Akine, and then name that most Dolphin fans don't know, but Theo Weiss Jr. He's a young, talented wide receiver, but he's got to learn the offense.
Yeah.
But he's definitely got some talent.
How surprised were you to see Darren Waller? I know Mike had mentioned we got some things we want to do maybe in the red zone with him and different packages we put together. I was surprised on how quick and how athletic he looked after being out of football so long and going into a game situation with the live bullets flying.
Yeah, I will say this about Darren Waller, and I think a lot of the fan base and a lot of media kind of owe him an apology, because some people are like, oh, he's just here for a check, or oh, we're getting OBJ'd again. Darren Waller is a guy who he represents way more than just Darren Waller, the player. He represents recovery and addiction and, people fighting depression. Like, there are a lot of people who are Darren Waller fans. So he doesn't just play the game for himself.
Well, then I guess I got to apologize. I got to be on the apology then. I get mine out of the way early.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, man. I had no idea. Guy's been out that long, and all of a sudden, I mean, I think it's more than fair to wonder, like, how serious are you about coming back? And he missed all the camp, but he looked so good. I give him credit.
I remember talking to Frank Smith at some point in the offseason when he wasn't practicing about what kind of impact Darren Waller has and why they're so committed to him. And literally, Frank Smith is nearly tearing up. Like, and when you're just having somebody ask you a regular question about somebody and you're starting to tear up, you know how important or significant that person is. Like Frank Smith, Darren Waller might be the most important person in Frank Smith's career. Darren Waller credits Frank Smith for basically saving his career. Frank Smith credits Darren Waller for like jump starting his career. Like it's, there's a connection there. So I'm not surprised that he got that many targets. And clearly, the defense told me as well, like, we saw that in practice, so we're not really that surprised.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, and by the way, you talk about a classic way to use them as the biggest target you have, back of the end zone, throw the ball up high, where he's either going to get it or nobody's going to get it, and comes down with it, and 2 touchdowns in the red zone. So it was great stuff. Hey, so going forward, more Achane now as well, or is it going to be more maybe with the other running backs because they got the running game going a little bit last night?
I always advise them against overloading Achane. I'm sorry. The last thing I want to do is lose Tyreek Hill and then lose Devon Achane. You got to get Ollie Gordon going a little bit, and I still stress this. I think their I formation plays, I think their pistol plays are the best that they do. The best thing that this offensive line can do, and you know how I feel about this offensive line, Joe, but they can run block. Like you don't hear me taking shots at them about their run blocking ability. They can run block. So play to their strengths. I would love to see this Dolphins team become more of a committed running team. And I think Mike McDaniel took a step in that direction. Even when it wasn't working, he stayed with it yesterday. And, I'm proud of him. That's a step in the right direction for Mike because he becomes such, so on the Tyreek Hill tit. He forgot that, hey, there are other ways you could eat. And that's always been surprising to me because the run game is how Mike McDaniel got to where he is. So I'd love to see them pour into the run game a little bit more, and it's not just Devon Achane, it's more Ollie Gordon than anything.
I thought Mike's play calling was outstanding yesterday. Not only sticking with the running game, but getting 2 outside the pocket with great fakes and the bootlegs, but really good play action fakes with the running game, and then getting receivers open.
You know what, Joe? When your pocket is consistently compromised, how about we move the quarterback out the pocket?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think people forget Tua is athletic. Tua can move. Do you want him running? No. But moving doesn't necessarily mean running. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, there's a difference. Sliding around. You're right. He's not going to take off like the guys playing against last night and run for 25 yards. But he keeps plays alive and he can get outside and make throws like he did last night. Yes.
Yeah, like move the launch point. Okay, if your play action game, like you can roll the quarterback a little bit. And that's what they did. Obviously Buffalo, it was a short week. I could see them working in that direction because when you have a compromised offensive line, and yes, they made a switch to a starting unit, and I got to go through the film to see how the new right guard played, Cole Strange. But when you have a compromised offensive line, you got to do things differently. And fans, they want to say what Tua can't do, but they forget what Tua can do. And when he is like when he was coming out of high school, Tua was the number 1 dual threat quarterback in college. I mean, in high school level, like the guy can move. Should he run? No, but he could definitely move.
Hey, let's move the defense. I know you got some stuff out today, and run defense really got off to a shaky start before getting the takeaway down on the goal line there before the Jets were ready to score. what going forward.
Wasn't just that drive, Joe.
No,
it was
no,
the whole
it was,
damn game.
Yeah, no. When you run for 200 yards or almost 200, it's not a good number in the NFL. What's the biggest problem?
Can't stop the run. Those young rookie defensive tackles, they're not good. They're not good. They're not ready. And I'm sorry, I think you give them one more game, but you gotta. I'm sorry. I'm calling Christian Wilkins, figuring out. Hey, Christian, you still got your Miami home? Let's see where you are in your rehab. We want to get you back in this league and get you back going right, because it is trash. It is tremendously bad. And every defensive coordinator will tell you, if you cannot stop the run, you cannot have a good defense. And they cannot stop the run. It's every opponent, every week, every team putting you in horrible third down situations. Then you can't rush the quarterback. Then you can't get pressure on the quarterback, so you can't get turnovers. And luckily they did get turnovers yesterday, but those turnovers were luck. That wasn't a we created turnovers. I'm sorry. A lot of those turnovers were luck.
Man, those aren't luck. Those guys, they're putting their bodies on the ball, man. The guys are running around
but you're supposed to punch at the ball, but whether the ball comes out or not, Joe, I think that's luck more than anything. And they say they emphasized it, and that's great. But I'm sorry, Joe. Do you think that this team can survive? Do you think this team can produce a winning season allowing 5.1 yards?
No. That number, the number. I mean, they've obviously dropped now to 158 yards a game. They're giving up 5.1 average. It's not going to work. I'm with you. So, is it Jordan Phillips? Is it Kenneth Grant? Is it both guys struggling right now?
It's everybody, Joe. I'm not going to finger point, and I don't like to blame rookies. I give rookies till game 8. Like Jonah's been struggling. You're not going to hear a word out of my mouth till game 8, because they just have to adjust to the game.
Yeah, they got to keep playing, man. We knew there's going to be growing pains.
I get you. They got to keep playing, but you could keep playing as a backup. They put too much on their plate too soon, and this is what happens when you go with young players. And it's not fair to have these lofty expectations on them, but when they are compromising your defense, you have to do something. And I'm at the point now where this isn't going to work. It's not going to work. And you got to do, like, people are all obsessed about the offense and Tua Tagovailoa, and obviously losing Tyreek is not a good thing. But problem number one for the Miami Dolphins team is they can't stop the run. That's problem number one. And I know people don't want to put it in proper perspective, but you will be having a challenge every single day, every single week, if you can't stop the run.
Well, everybody's doing the same thing, running between the tackles, man. We saw it week 1, and it didn't stop in week 4 for sure. Hey, real quickly, I got to tell you, man, I think Jack Jones and Rasul Douglas, I'm going to be the first one to say this, are playing pretty well. That coverage last night was really good from both veteran guys. They're playing their ass off.
Absolutely. They are. Bye, baby. Have a good day, okay? They are.
Wish you wouldn't talk to me that way. You kind of turned me on a little bit there. Omar, thank you.
You
Call me baby, have a nice day. Jeez. My wife never says that. Thank you.
You know what? And I said the wrong thing because she wants me to call her Angel. So I should have said, I said, bye, Angel.
Goodbye to you too, sweetheart.
But just imagine where Jack Jones and Rasul, and I don't blame the Dolphins for what they did, because they're going young. They shed all their starters. They lost Cater, and they're trying to make the best of a bad situation that you intentionally put your team in. Which is another whole different conversation. But imagine where Rasul Douglas and Jack Jones would be if maybe they'd been here all of OTAs or all of training camp. Because Jack Jones was an unemployed free agent for a long time, and I know why. Rasul Douglas, I
don't think Rasul is in any hurry to get to anybody's camp till the end. I think he knew exactly what he needed.
You're not wrong, but maybe you put an extra $500,000 on the plate. And he was like, all right, let me come to camp. Or you tell him, you ain't got to work that hard during camp.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Joe, but we began the conversation. Before he
Omar, you're breaking up on me. I don't know where you are. You broke up a little bit on your last side. Hey, I just want to say this to you. Feel better about this team and a 27-21 win, or are you still concerned?
What happened yesterday does not make me more confident in the team. In fact, losing Tyreek and the fact that you cannot stop the run just makes me even more concerned. You got to evolve. You got to adjust. And this is probably going to be the biggest challenge of Mike McDaniel's career now, coaching this team without Tyreek. Yeah. And even when you didn't have Tua and you had a quarterback who basically spent 5 minutes in the offense before he actually had to go play, that was a great challenge. You still had Tyreek, and you still had the threat of Tyreek. Now, what do you do when you don't have one of the best weapons in the NFL terrorizing defensive coordinators?
Omar, thank you. And you're right about Tyreek. And even with the short passing game, he's still a threat. You still talk about don't let him get past you in this secondary. So I'm with you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you coming on.
All right. Talk to you later.
Omar Kelly, Miami Herald Dolphins columnist, joining us this morning. Right now, I want to tell you about Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED, and Low T. Fellas, hey, man, I don't want to get into your business, but I'm going to let you get into mine. I had full-blown low T and ED. It was bad. Energy level shot. Stopped doing work. Stopped working out. Sitting on the couch. I couldn't stay awake watching a movie. I fall asleep. But I'm still eating the same amount, so I gained that 20 pounds that seems to happen when low T kicks in with ED. My sex drive was gone. I mean, it wasn't hit and miss. It was just gone. She'd become my best friend. Hell, I might as well slept in the other bedroom. I got to tell you, man, I wanted to get rid of it. I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic. It made a huge difference. It did. I got the PSA test, met with their professionals, had that honest conversation. I'm talking to people I don't even know, and I'm going, okay, you got okay, hey, we can take care of it. We'll put you on a program. I got to tell you, the results were fast. Boy, they police it all the way through to make sure you get the best results. We got 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. Call them today, 877-455-7300, or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Set up that first appointment. Brand new location in Hollywood. That's number 7. Hey, check out Atlantic Men's Clinic. Guys, 40s, 50s, 60s, if it's going on with you, low T and ED, make a call to Atlantic Men's Clinic and set up that first appointment. It works.
good portion of our team. We had offense up at the time, obviously, and so they're already close to the hash. And specifically, I saw them make eye contact and rip a joke or two to Waddle and Devon. And I think a lot of guys got back into the game, provoked by what he said verbally. We've talked a lot about all the stuff that Tyreek has done this offseason, and a big portion is leading by example and connecting with his teammates, and he kind of utilized that connectivity to make sure that his team was finishing on the right end. So he was inspiring in that situation, and I think his teammates benefited from that.
All right, welcome back. And you heard Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Miami Dolphins, talking about Tyreek Hill and his injury, and, of course, some more news coming out this morning from ESPN. That has great contact. Adam always talks to
Adam Schefter, get it from Drew.
Schefter,
yeah. So anyway, Joe, it was the ligaments, which we were concerned. That was the big concern, right? The ligaments in the knee, those were torn, including the ACL. He is going to have surgery today. So this is going to be a very long-term injury here for the Dolphins.
Hey, man, he's going to be missed. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's so weird. Sooner or later, everybody is going to be 100%. Everybody's going to get injured playing this game, and you hope it's not a bad one when it's your call, and it happens. But my God, man, when you see a guy, catch the ball the way he does on the side, and he's taking hits from everybody and stuff, and to see him have an injury like this is just you're driving home last night going, wow, of all the guys that get rolled up on the offensive line, and Tua taking a hit, and just all the things that could happen, right? I just never placed Tyreek Hill, who's just been so durable, even banged up. He played and go in the locker room, he'd come back out and he'd finish the game, and horse collar tackle, was that last year, the year before, and limped off. You go, that's a bad one.
That was the Tennessee game.
And then the guy, like, he just he comes back out and he plays, and just to see this. And the second part of this, I do agree with Omar on this part. He's going to be missed, man. That guy is a number one receiver. And even when he doesn't get the ball, he's setting somebody else to get the ball because they're worried about where he is and making sure somebody's close to him, knowing that if he catches it and you're out of position just a step or two, he could take it to the house. And he's adjusted his game, even the short game. Woody and I were talking. Look, he's because of what they've asked him to do, he's been catching a lot more 8, 9, 10-yard receptions and runs a few yards for it. So the numbers are down, but that doesn't mean he hadn't been a big part of the offense that you have here early this season. And he truly is what a number one receiver looks like. And number one receiver not only catches a lot of footballs, but also scores a lot of touchdowns. And he's done, not recently, but has done a lot of that with the great speed that we know he still has. And so hopefully he's able to come back. And this does put a lot more pressure on everybody else coming back, man, from the running back room to the tight ends and all the other receivers, and none more than Jalen Waddle. Hey, you are now 1A, man. Jalen Waddle, you are 1A.
Remember we had that talk? That was last year, the year before. Is Jalen Waddle number one? I want to find out.
Well, last year he was a 2.
He's just got to stay healthy,
and
that's the issue, right? With Waddle, he's got to find a way to stay healthy. But yeah, man, it's a big difference when you don't have that other guy on the other side. Big difference. because he's going to get the top corner for every team, and they know that he's the big threat now. So that's going to be a tough one for him. But, Joe, I'm just curious because we got a few texts about this. I know you walk around the field before the game. Was anything wrong with the turf?
I saw guys slipping
last night because people were talking about the turf, and I know that the grass. I know that they have like the best grass money can buy over there, but it did, at least on TV, it looked a little chewed up. But
there was no game, so it wasn't chewed up from that. But
I don't think it had anything to do with Tyreek's injury, though. To what people are getting, I think the fact that Tyreek was going out of bounds and the guy decided to lunge at his legs.
Saw some guys make some cuts and slip last night because we mentioned it too when we were talking about it a little bit. I don't know what to say except Mr. Ross went out and bought the highest, best grass you can buy for big guys that are going to run around on your football field in all kinds of weather. It is considered the best in the business. Hell, he bought it from somebody else because he was tired of not being able to get it.
Yeah, I just don't think that injury had anything to do with the grass.
No, the sideline thing had nothing to do with it at all. And whatever you think of the grass, I don't know if it was wet, slippery. They have a system that sucks up the water real quickly underneath a pan.
No, you can tell. You can tell because the Canes have played in some like really rainy games so far this season, and the field holds up fine.
Yeah.
But it did. I mean, it looked a little chewed up on TV last night. So I just want to bring it up to you because people are commenting on it.
Yeah, I was down there on the field before the game, and I wasn't running routes.
I know, but you like to get a lay of the land. I like that.
I just was looking to see, and I wasn't thinking about, wow, it's going to be a little slippery for these guys. So I don't know about that. I do know this, though, that Mike called a hell of a game last night. Mike McDaniel really called a great game that was good for the offensive line, good for the running game, and really good for the quarterback. It was getting him outside the pocket for a lot of different reasons, but also had receivers in his face. When he'd roll out, there were guys coming across at different levels to get him the football. And in some cases, wide open, tight end wide open, your receivers wide open. And so they end up being great plays off bootlegs, and a lot of this happened because you're able to have some success. Would they run for 120-something yards last night? So the running game is obviously going forward going to be really important. But make no mistake about it, because he wasn't in preseason, he didn't do much. And honestly, we didn't look great in preseason when he didn't do much. There were some practices you like to forget about. He's important. Whether it's short routes, it's not like he can only run a takeoff because he's a track guy. He can run them all. He runs crossing routes. He's a threat. So he will be missed, man. He'll
be more than missed, Joe. It's a big loss.
I'm with Omar on this thing. I don't like ranking guys like, hey, guys, you can't afford to lose, but
he was on the top of the list.
He's right up there. I
wonder if they start to get some packages together with Achane and Gordon. Maybe use those guys some way together. I don't know if there's something they could do, but I think it's a nice 1-2 punch those guys have. A couple other people chiming in on the injury here. Someone said that looked like the everything kept going. The defender kept going, but his leg locked in the turf. I don't. To me, it just looked like the guy just rolled on his leg.
I don't know what to say, man. You're going to get your foot's planted and a guy rolls on you. Bad stuff's going to happen.
I said this earlier to you. I don't know if you agree. 954 says the way he grabbed Tyreek and rolled his leg out of bounds to me was dirty as hell. Everyone knows Tyreek was going out of bounds. He avoids getting tackled at all costs. BS, that was a dirty-ass play. I'm with you. I think it was really clear he was going out of bounds. That guy did not need to lunge at his legs.
I didn't see enough, and honestly, if you guys tell me it's dirty, I mean, it's your opinion.
I mean, I just think like guys right, like it was clear that he was going out of bounds. And Tyreek is not the kind of guy that like fakes to go out of bounds and will turn up the field on you. I don't know why you need to lunge at the guy's legs like that. But
I can't comment. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it up close to. But if you think it's a dirty play, I'm not going to change your mind. So
someone said we might have found a team that makes more mistakes than we do.
Oh my God. Look at and the Jets been doing this. I mean, the things he that happened to that team last night. Aaron Glenn's been talking about sloppy tackling. Did you see the Achane run?
Yes, I did.
I mean, half the defense was over there. They look sloppy. The penalties, the turnovers, not taking care of the ball. Your quarterback standing back there with a guy about ready to sack him and take him down. He's carrying the ball out. What do you think's going to happen? Think he was just you're going to get away from him? Yeah, it was a lot of bad stuff. There were two plays, both turnovers that turned that game upside down. Their first drive, they're going right down the field, 76 yards. You had 76 yards rushing in one drive. That's hard to do. They went down the field and were getting ready to score. He was going in to score.
Yes, he was.
And you fumble the ball. They get it on the 4, and the Dolphins take it right down the field. So instead of being down 7-3 to the Jets early in the game, they're up 10-0 off that. And now you get the ball to start the second half. You've got your offense ready to go out there. Talking about the Jets. Kickoff return guy fumbles the ball. And that sets the Dolphins up to score again.
The fumble was a good play, though. It was like a fluke play, like, the Colts guy just dropped it out the back of the end zone. That was a good play. It was a Minka, right, that knocked it out?
You talking about kickoff return?
No, the fumble going into the end zone there. Like, that was a good play. Like, that ball got punched out.
So I don't buy.
It wasn't like a fluke play.
So Omar's big on it. He makes it sound like all these takeaways are lucky. These guys.
No, that wasn't a lucky play, Joe. Like, I knocked the ball out. Like, that's a good play.
And Cameron
what
Good
they teach you to do.
Cameron Good comes in from the side and jacks the return guy. And if you get hit hard enough and you punch the ball while you're doing it, or get your shoulder pads full speed on the football, and it's a little loose and a guy's not carrying it. A lot of guys don't carry the football with both arms. They put it in one, and the other one is to run.
I don't want to hear about luck, though, man.
Yeah,
like
I hate
the Dolphins
that.
don't have enough bad luck on their side.
Well, I don't want to hear about.
Come on, man.
Takeaways are lucky. That's a new one. I don't know. A lot of coordinators probably wouldn't want to hear that was luck. So what was it before that? The 3 games they didn't have any. I mean, they're getting after. That's one of the things that he wanted to see. Now, listen, Anthony Weaver probably not real excited when he got home last night to that beautiful wife and getting up this morning about the way his defense played overall. Probably not happy with the run defense. I mean, I wouldn't be happy. The only question would be, why, got to do a better job. And the young guys are going to play. I did that little pause. I don't know why I did that. It was a tired pause. Young guys got to play. You can't give up on the draft picks and throw them out. Well, we can't. No. They were all in when we went to our new game plan of putting this team together in the offseason. They had made it a point. I thought it was going to be 4 or 5. Hell, it's just about every guy we drafted, especially on the D line. They drafted 3 of them, and the top 2 guys are going to continue to play a lot of football. And they're not playing great. Jordan Phillips and Kenneth Grant are not playing great. They're not playing great. Savai Naya is not playing great yet. But you can't give up on them. Those are your guys. Those are your first and second and fifth round picks. They're going to get better. The only way you take them out is if you're going, somebody lost some confidence. That's a different deal. But if they're in there and they're wanting to get better and working their ass off and they're not happy about this, then you got the right guys.
Just real quick to update you, Joe, this is coming from me and Rappaport. We already mentioned this, that surgeries today, and there's a possibility that he could have additional surgeries. We had that from the Twitter doctor earlier. He says no guarantee he'll be ready for 2026. Here's the money part of it. None of the 2026 salary is guaranteed now. 11 million of the almost 30 million becomes fully guaranteed if he's on the roster in March, plus a $5 million roster bonus. So that's how this works out financially here. And I assume the Dolphins will do right by him, but I don't know.
Wait a sec. You think they're going to keep him around?
Well, I don't think they're going to screw the guy, but right. And I know it's cold business and all, but I'm guessing they will take care of him.
I don't know. I don't know, Woody. You ought to calm down on that before
well,
you decide. You ought to calm down
business,
before you decide that that's the right thing to do.
You usually would cut him.
Guys get released all the time, man. A lot of guys get released because they're not healthy. They do. That's what happens. Hey, we got to go to break here, Woody. Good try, though, trying to do that thing there, Mr.
Well, guys,
Integrity.
trying to help the guy out.
He got big numbers against the cap. What do you think's going to happen? Seriously, is that what you think's going to happen? In your heart, you really think that's going to happen?
Well, if it was the heart was involved, then we would take care of him.
All right. So the salary cap doesn't have a heart. So anyway, we got more stuff to get to here this morning. Woody, I love your take on everything. Boy, I'll tell you, you're all over the place. You should be laughing at yourself back there. Hey, we've got more stuff. I do want to tell you about Dr. Barry and his staff at Recovery Unplugged. Hey, you know what? A lot of guys going through some highs, lows, going through some rough times, things go on in your life, and you can use a little help. It's okay. It happens to a lot of guys out there. We all go through it, man. The roller coaster of life, being a man can be a tough one sometimes. And if you're going through some mental health stuff right now, Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health has a beautiful mental health residential program in Fort Lauderdale. For 12 years, they've helped over 20,000 people heal with expert clinical team and their innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. If you or someone you love needs some help, needs a winning strategy, call 954-737-4508. 954-737-4508. Pick up the phone or visit recoveryunplugged.com. Everyone deserves a great season in life. Recovery Unplugged, heal out loud. Don't drink or text and drive. Yeah, I'm with you, Woody. I don't text.
Well said.
I don't text very much on the freeway, but I got to tell you, have you noticed? It's a problem.
Yes, I have noticed.
It is a problem. And by the way, they're usually in the fast lane, swerving a little bit. I'm talking turnpike talk. And they're going back and forth a little bit. Now, in the old days, probably drugs and alcohol combination. Now, they got their head down on that friggin' phone.
Well, there's a race this morning on the way in. I don't know if you caught it. There was a Cyber truck going up against the GMC truck. There's just a little race down the highway.
Oh,
those Cyber trucks are fast, though, man. I'm sure it won, but I didn't get to see the finish.
Oh. When did that happen?
Oh, is this? Well, there's always races out there on the highway, but this one was going right past the stadium this morning.
Oh,
yeah.
Cyber
truck, man.
Okay.
Wouldn't have picked that one for a race, but it was those things have some good pickup, I think.
Listen to you now.
Plus, it's good for the environment.
Look at you, you're a Broward guy. Look at you.
I know,
huh?
And I'm also an environment guy.
Oh,
big on saving the planet.
Yeah,
that's why I got my Equinox EV.
You're a lot of things, Woody.
I like to save the planet, Joe. I got
to
to do my part.
You're a
bro.
lot of things.
Shut up. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Cloud over. I got a good one for you last night. I want to share something with you. I was going to talk to you privately about it, but why?
Okay.
So, guess who parked next to me in the parking lot last night? I want to give them a chance to get up before we go to 9 o'clock hour. The Chain Gang.
Okay.
So they're putting their stuff in.
The guys like that hold the things.
They're all together.
Wow.
And the guy goes, "Hey Joe, how you doing?" And I go, "Hey man, we're the Chain Gang. We didn't realize you park out where we are." And I go, "Yeah. You know, and I get to see people and talk to everybody, and everybody's in a good mood last night leaving." And he goes, "Yeah, hey, by the way," he started ripping you about get rid of the old. And these guys are in great shape, by the way. Nobody was. They were a little bit older, not my age, but older. And the guy goes, "Hey, tell young guy it's always taking shots at old people and us, starting with us, the Chain Gang, that maybe he'd like to race me."
Well, I'm out of the racing game, but
I told him you weren't.
Yeah,
very
I'm out of that game, but
not worry about
you're not a fan of the new virtual measurement?
No, I like to just put the chain. I like the chains
okay.
out there.
You would like the chains. The virtual measurement's like it's accurate, it's quick, it's done.
No, it's not quick. We just haven't seen it recently. It's not fast. I like the Chain Gang. Let our
My
guys.
concern for those guys, they're standing so close to the sideline and they always get run into.
You don't care about them.
I do, of course I care about them. I don't want to see guys get hurt.
You don't care about you don't.
Don't tell me what I care about.
Anyway,
I don't want to see them get hurt.
They're not fans of yours.
Well, I'm fans of theirs. I'm just looking out for their safety. You tell them that next time.
If they park next to me, I'll just tell them what.
I had no idea where you were going with that. By the way, I thought you were going to tell me like Tannenbaum or something parked next to you.
No, was Tannenbaum at the game?
I have no
night?
idea.
I don't know. I don't know if he's in studio or where he is.
I don't know. That was one of my favorite things when we ran into him when you ran into him at camp.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it so much. Really am.
You got to admit those things are kind of funny.
No, it's friggin' awkward.
It was awkward.
But
very
it was so
awkward.
funny that his wife had no idea. Apparently, he hadn't said anything to her, so she wanted to keep talking. I met the whole family, the kids, and he's just staring at me and not happy. And Mike, if you're listening in Palm Beach, I have nothing against you. I don't. You're making a living, man. Hoping to get another job in with a team. I got no.
He just wants you to know that his takes are not for TV. That's really what he thinks.
No, that was his thing.
That's what he thinks.
That's what he said.
Real quick, by the way, shout out to Jason Taylor. By the way, we got to get that in there. Mason played well last night.
Hey man, how cool was that?
Very cool.
I made it a point without going too far because he plays for the Jets, but that was cool seeing him get some catches last night.
So they showed JT up in the suite. He's got the Hall of Fame jacket on.
I didn't get to see. Oh, I did see the Hall of Fame jacket.
Yep, he's got the jacket on. Then they started talking about that D-line he's coaching down at Coral Gables.
Did they?
Yeah.
They went right
Fowler's
to
doing the
Mesidor
game.
and Bain.
Yeah, Fowler's doing the game, so he knows. He does all the college games.
Well, listen, he was a proud father last night. I saw Katina and the whole family.
They were all up there in that
Thomas,
suite. Yep.
The whole gang was there last night. It was just got to be fun for them. Can you imagine going to see your son or your grandson play for a first time professionally?
Pretty cool.
That is just cool, man. Just cool. Anyway, and then he had some nice catches last night as well. Hey, 9 o'clock hour's coming up. It is Truck Month at your South Florida Chevy dealers. Oh, man, we got some great-looking trucks. We got some trucks, and we want to let you know if you are a truck person and just starting to look around, we got great offers going on trucks right now at your nearest Chevy dealer, and we got 14 of them throughout South Florida. How about the durable Colorado with its standard turbo max engine and impressive torque? Boy, I'll tell you what, anything you have set to do in South Florida, that truck is perfect for you. Maybe it's a Silverado 1500, ready, steady, and strong, delivering all the power and advanced tech needed for the workday workhorse and the weekend warrior. Does it all for you. Yep. Anything for work as well as all the toys on the weekend. And a Silverado HD. It offers big payload numbers, legendary horsepower, one of the hardest working beds in the business. Hey, whether it's a midsize, full-size, or heavy-duty truck, Chevy Pickups got everything you need. See your South Florida Chevy dealers today for outstanding offers going on right now.
Sport.
Our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Starting with the Dolphins, who got their first win of the season, beating the Jets 27-21. Darren Waller caught 2 touchdowns in his Dolphins debut. Miami did lose Tyreek Hill to a season-ending knee injury. He did tear the ligaments in his knee. Will undergo surgery today. Next up for the Dolphins, they will head to Carolina on Sunday. And of the Panthers, who beat the Hurricanes 4-3 in overtime. The Cats will continue the preseason tonight against the Lightning. Puck drops at 7 from the Kia Center in Orlando. Joe, Texter was kind enough to point out that we lost, I don't know, maybe our 2 best players in this town in like a week.
2 of the best, yeah. No,
yeah.
You're right.
Add Barkov into that
Barkov,
too.
God, yeah, man. It's
those
been
damn ACLs.
We got Tyler Hill's out for a few months with ankle surgery as well. Yeah, hey, so I wanted to bring up something here. I just saw you were showing me the Tyreek Hill tackle. I didn't think it was dirty. I didn't think any part
I'm with you.
dirty.
The only thing I would say is that it appeared he was heading out of bounds.
Look, we tackled their quarterback run down the side. They didn't call it, like he's 3 yards out and he got tackled.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. He's continuation. They didn't call it. I just didn't think it was.
I don't know that it was necessarily dirty.
He tackled him down low.
Yeah.
But you said it was dirty. And then the other guy said it was dirty. Some guy that.
Well, I think that he was clearly heading out of bounds. I don't know how necessary it was. I don't know that I would say it was dirty, but
I just think once you start and you're over there, I just think guys going to finish. And
all right, well, let's follow that up with the Tua one. I showed you the slow-mo, the Tua play.
And so it's an interesting one because it was a late slide.
Maui Noah appears to miss him completely, by the way. I think the other guy got him with like a fist or something.
With a hand on the head.
Yeah.
Anything to do with hitting a quarterback in the head, you're going to get and the slide, they're going to call it every time.
The problem, though, is with that play, though, Joe, is first of all, he's close to the first down marker, right? So half of the quarterbacks in the league will go for the first down because they'll try to run someone over. You can't, like the guy, Maui Noah was basically midair by the time Tua started his slide.
Well, he has 2 guys coming at him. He's not going to get a first down. And if he does try, he's going to get the, knocked out of him by the 2 guys.
Oh, I'm with you.
So he slid, and it was going to be about 3-4 yards short of the first
something like
down.
that, yep.
And he slides. He did the right thing, and he slides and goes down. And they caught him. The one guy did miss him completely. The other guy, he did touch him with his hand on the helmet. They're probably, Woody, I'm guessing they're going to call that a lot. It's not just a.
Well, it looked awful in real motion.
Yeah, it did.
Like it looked really bad. I mean, yes, the slow-mo is one thing, but it looked pretty horrific.
But the league, man, when they have those meetings and they go, all right, guys, I just got to tell you, man, and for good reason, guys, we're going to protect the quarterback. There's things that you guys aren't going to be happy about. Anything around their head, anything too low, we're going to call it.
Maybe that's why he was smiling afterwards, because they actually seemed to miss him. And he got the flag.
Yeah.
But,
no,
nevertheless, he's got, what did they say?
Was.
He's eating different. Someone said he's eating maybe salmon. It's good for your brain.
I'm not going to, I'm trying really hard not to.
No.
For a guy that's had a concussion problem and is saying that you guys, that's done now. My new diet. Okay.
Salmon. You like salmon, right?
I love salmon.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's healthy, fills you up, and apparently it helps your brain.
Come on, man. That's the first time we've heard that.
No, that's not true. I think it is. I think fish is good for the brain. You know why people take those like fish oil supplements?
You don't know. He said he's eating better, though. That's helped him, right?
Yes, I heard that.
That's all. You threw in the salmon. You've decided.
I did not throw in the salmon. Someone helped us out with
somebody
that one.
else
I'm
did.
not that creative.
I thought you were trying to add your 2 cents in there.
No, I don't want to rile you up any more than you already are.
The good news, I'm good. Dolphins get a win. They got Carolina coming up in a few days. I have no idea what Tua's going to say next, though, when he gets in a press conference. But I want him to play the way he did last night. 17 of 25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. Played a clean game.
Yeah, whatever he says will sound better coming off a win. Right? If he says something crazy this week, it'll at least sound better.
I will tell you, man, the guy that really in the middle of all this is a guy called the plays last night who also happens to be the head coach. Mike McDaniel had a really good night. You want to talk about guys that, got Darren Waller involved in the right plays in the red zone, freed him up completely open on the second one, backside tight end coming across the field. The other one, back of the end zone, the big, tall target, something Mike doesn't have a lot of with the receivers. Guy 6'6", long arms, goes up and catches it in the back of the end zone. The play calling, running the football, running it more than you threw it last night, and then getting two outside the pocket to help. I thought all that stuff really made up for a great game plan that he put together with a lot of people getting involved. And the offensive line, you kind of go, all right, hey, the offensive line, we didn't talk about them much last night. They were okay. You're right. They were. And a lot of it was helped by Mike's play calling, establishing a running game, allowing that play action and that bootleg action to really make a difference off the fakes to the running backs, and get outside the pocket. And in a lot of cases, really like plenty of time outside the pocket to wait for receivers to come across the field or find somebody he likes sitting down in a certain area in a zone. Mike McDaniel called one of his best games for everything that was going on last night. I just thought it was really good. Got Tyreek involved a lot early on, catching the ball. And again, a lot of shorter stuff. But a real good game plan overall with everything. His new weapon at tight end, as well as getting a run game, the most yards we've had running the football this year by far. Still getting Achane involved. And we'll see what it looks like going forward now.
The numbers are really ugly. You look at Carolina. I mean, they're giving up 24 a game. They just got waxed by New England. This should be a game you could go in there and
you should
get another one in the win column.
Your mindset is to go there.
They just lost 42-13.
Yeah, they got.
That's ugly. And they have losses to the Jags and Cardinals, who are not particularly good. That Falcons thing, I don't know what happened there.
Well, they beat them 30-0.
30-0. Yeah, that seems like a fluke of sorts.
Yeah, but they are there for the look. This is a part of the schedule we talked about before it started, before the season started. We looked and said, these are teams that we need to take care of. And we let a couple slip away. So now you got a lot of games left, but you just got to take them one at a time, not look ahead and not worry about the Chargers and Justin Herbert and how good he is. And when next week, we'll have plenty of time to talk about them. They had their own problems against the Giants and a rookie quarterback.
ESPN Power Rankings just came out, Joe. Carolina's at 28, Dolphins at 29. Jets 30, Saints 31, Tennessee 32.
They still didn't want to move us up too much off of what they saw.
Well, you'll move up to 28 if you beat the Panthers.
One at a time. Move up those power rankings one at a time.
It's like climbing the AP poll here. Then you got the Browns at 26, so you have a shot there. Bengals at 24. You think the Bengals are that good? I don't know.
No,
they're a mess.
Did they put with or without Joe Burrow?
Houston at 1-3 is 22. They got the Patriots at 21.
Well, the Pats are. What are you going to say? The Pats are 2-2. Had to turn over 5 times.
Who do you think number one would be?
Bills.
Eagles. Bills are 2. Lions, Rams, Chargers, Bucks, and then Chiefs at 7.
It seems to me that the better teams right now are in the NFC, which outside of the
Yes,
Bills.
Packers, Seahawks, Colts round out the top 10, by the way. But yeah, I mean, you got the Bucks in there. You got the Rams in there.
The Colts just gave. I mean,
Detroit.
Colts got to be sick to their stomach.
Yeah.
One wide receiver made 2 huge mistakes. And about 120 yards, 130 yards of offense in 2 plays.
It's tough to win in that league, man, especially going on the road playing a good team like that.
You just can't have
you
can't have the dumb plays. Showing off, getting ready to put the ball, lift it in the air, falls out of your arm, goes out of the back of the end zone. Second one, I don't know if you had a chance to see it. He just mugged the guy.
Yeah.
Easiest call.
Yeah, look,
Leon could have made that call. Leon would have put an outfit on him. He would have made that call.
I had a tough night with him last night, having to explain that thing.
He
didn't understand what initially happened to Tyreek, but then he saw him in a wheelchair, and he was very concerned. So I told him he sprained his ankle.
Why wouldn't you just tell him? Did he hurt his
What am I tell him? Oh, he dislocated his kneecap. He's going to be out for a year and change. We got to sugarcoat stuff, man. We sugarcoat around my place.
Why don't you just tell me he hurt his knee? Hurt his knee. A lot of guys in football land hurt their knees. He'll be okay. You have to tell him what's going to happen down the road. He'll forget about it. He'll be thinking about something else. Hey, right now I want to take a second here. By the way, you and I are in different worlds. It's incredible we work together. We are in different worlds on stuff coming out of your mouth today. It's unbelievable. But not around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing. Everything's right with them. Trained and certified technicians, 135 trucks on the road. They go 7 days a week. And when you talk about really good people, you've got licensed, experienced plumbers, some of the best in the business. They got trained and certified technicians. Any kind of air conditioning problem you have, we can take care of it. By the way, if you got an old air conditioning unit, it's not working anymore, you got a water heater that's just completely dead, it's not working, flooded the garage, everything else, hey, don't worry about it. We got a warehouse full of air conditioning units and water heaters. I mean, tons of them, all different sizes. So when you have a problem, our goal is always to get out there. I always said great service is what around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing are all about. Great service means really good people that know what they're doing, coming out quickly to take care of all of your air conditioning problems and your plumbing problems. That's what they do, man. Family-owned and operated. Same-day installation is the goal. Financing plans to always help you out. By the way, having a plumbing problem, just go to 855-PLUMBER. Very nice lady, usually answers the phone. Tell her Joe Rose said you could help me with some plumbing problems I'm having. They even working on the weekend at around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing. Can you imagine what it's like on New York Sports Talk right now? Can you imagine how bad it is for Aaron Glenn and that sloppy, poorly coached, crappy tackling team that turns the ball over 3 times and has 13 penalties? Everything they did well, it came back with a penalty. Everything. They're running the ball great. You run for 200 yards. You run for 200 yards in an NFL game.
That whole market, man, what a mess. Yet the Mets come down here and miss the playoffs.
By the way,
the Giants are terrible. I know they got to win, but.
So is that true? Somebody told me yesterday, we were talking, that the Giants, is it a birthday party over the weekend? That the Giants and the Yankees have the same fan base, and the Mets and the Jets have the same fan base.
Mets and the Jets. I don't know.
For years now.
I always figure the Mets fans are just kind of like the rejects, right? Because the Yankees are the team.
The Mets and the Jets played in the same at Shea Stadium. Yeah. We played our games there, so.
That'd be like living in LA and being a Clipper fan or something, right?
No, I don't know if there's anything like this where you say, well, they're this because they have so many teams. But I just thought that. So Yankees and Giants are the same fan base, and the Jets and the Mets. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not.
I don't know.
Yeah. You got to ask your father about that. I don't know.
Well, I know he liked the Islanders. They played out there.
Well, okay.
So you had the Islanders. I don't know about the Rangers. I don't know how that works either. And the Knicks. Where do the Knicks fit into this? Because they got the Nets that play in Brooklyn.
I was always kind of told that the Yankees are number 1, obviously, of all the teams, and number 2 was the Giants.
Consistently good one.
That the New York Giants were the second most popular team, and then the third was the New York Knicks. But I don't know if that's.
The Knicks might be. Trying to think off the top of my head, they might be the best team outside of the Yankees, right? The Knicks actually got a little better.
Well, listen,
by their standards,
Yankees. It's good for baseball, right? Yankees being in the playoffs.
Yankees Red Sox today, yeah, that'll be good for
How
for
good
business.
Is that?
Yes,
those two playing each other. What happened to the Red Sox colors? Did they lose their colors at what they used to be and what they are now? I see yellow in their uniforms.
Those are alternate uniforms. Yeah. Teams do that.
Terrible.
I'm sure you noticed last night.
I did. And by the way, I liked them last night.
They're cool. I don't know why they keep calling them blue.
But I got to tell you, man, hard to pick up the numbers last night.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't know. They say they're blue, right?
The numbers that pop out, but I saw a bunch of people had them on. And by the way, they had them in the merino jerseys in those colors last night. Looked great.
Someone said mostly true. What you said, mostly true. I don't.
Well, there's always somebody in the family that goes against everybody and goes, I'm not going to be, I'm with the Mets. They spend a lot of money and they didn't make the playoffs. God, that was what the Marlins did was just beautiful. Do you see those faces? They killed them.
Well, someone made a good point. They go, someone could have came in for both things.
Oh, there's no question. There were people who came down and go, we're going to enjoy a little Monday Night Football, and we're going to go watch the Mets win the game and get a chance to win the last wild card position.
Can we do a really quick experiment here? Because you've been scorching hot on the betting front. Can you just give us the baseball picks? Because we're going to play today.
All right, give me
1 o'clock, Cleveland and Detroit.
Yeah, but it's not
Detroit is.
All right.
It's not what?
I don't know what the pitching match. I
don't worry about the pitch. The best pitchers are going probably. It's the first game, game 1. Detroit minus 160 on the money line, so they're favored.
I don't know.
All right, skip. Cubs and Padres. Chicago slightly favored.
Padres.
Okay. Yankees, Red Sox. New York minus 135.
Yankees.
And Dodgers, Reds. Dodgers minus 200.
Dodgers big, playing home run derby.
He's taking these down, by the way. You had a huge record this week. You did really well.
You're trying to be nice to me right now. Why are you doing that?
I'm not trying to be nice to you.
This week, Joe.
8-5.
8-5.
Unbelievable.
Solid. Brings you to 27-18 on the year.
All right, so I'm trying to make some people some money. Look what you've done to me. Look what you've done to me.
And by the way, when you do poorly, we'll throw it right.
No,
we'll throw it at
question.
you. So you sound I'm trying to be nice to you now.
No question.
You know.
We're gonna have Omar Kelly join us from Miami Herald, Dolphins columnist.
You want this really quick since you asked. Mets and Jets are usually New Yorkers from Queens. Yankees and Giants usually from the Bronx.
Okay, I didn't know that. That would.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, right? Mets at least from Queens. They play in Queens, don't they? Why are you staring at me?
I don't know.
That stadium is in Queens. It's definitely in Queens.
Okay, then.
And the Yankee Stadium's in the Bronx.
You're never sure. You always throw it into a question. And
it wasn't a question.
Me.
They play in Queens, and then the Yankees play in the Bronx. I know Yankee Stadium is in the Bronx.
Yes, I know that too.
So there you go. Well, the football team's playing the same stadium, so it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Which one's worse? Jets or Giants? Quick.
I think the Giants beat the Jets. What do you think?
I think the Giants would be slightly favored in that matchup.
But a close one.
Yeah.
There's potential for ugliness both ways on that one. No question about it. All right. Hey, Omar Kelly's going to join us when we come back. Stay with us.
Sports.